Welcome to my third ever horror show, Paperbacks from Hell video. Now I have something to show you guys first off. This was the whole reason for this video segment series thing that I have going on here, and I got it for Christmas. This is the official Paperbacks from Hell book. It is completely awesome, has a lot of the paperbacks that are from the 70s and 80s time period, and it's just beautiful. Got a whole bunch of books in here, and I can't wait to get them all, hopefully, someday. So without further ado, let's get into the paperbacks I have to show you from the letters H to K. The first one I have here is John Sayles' Hellfire. This could have been in better condition, but I think it's readable nonetheless. This is a book that revolves around a mill in Westover, Massachusetts, which I don't even think is a real place, but it might be. And it's really interesting to look at. It's from 1986, so it has a really cool cover, and I picked it up at a local Salvation Army, and I loved looking at the cover. I was like, hell yeah, I'll buy this for sure. The next one I have, the movie wasn't that great, but The Hills Have Eyes Part 2. The nightmare continues. I remember watching the trailer for this, and every time he said, Ruby, I was like, spoilers. Didn't she die in the first one? And then I thought, oh, that's the remake. Yeah, this is a quick read. I haven't read it yet, though. It's only like 100-something pages. Like 100. Almost 200, actually, surprisingly. It's just a slasher film. The book is probably going to be a little bit gorier, hopefully, so we'll see. The next one I have, I got from a local Salvation Army, and it is in pretty rough shape, but I'm glad to have it. It is Jack Scaparo's Hocus Pocus. Now, this came out during the heyday of paperbacks, where they were just pulpy books. This is from 1988. People read them, discarded them, and or mistreated them, or didn't take care of them properly. I was lucky enough to find this because it's just devil's magic. Next up I have, based off the screenplay by Larry Cohen. It's by Richard Woodley. It is called It's Alive. Now, I love the movie. All of them. I've read this book. It's really good. It's a quick read at only like 156 pages. It's a quick read, a lot more bloody than the movie. Not terribly gruesome, but it's got some more blood than the movie had. Because, like, they fly. Like, they don't have feet. They have tails they crawl around on with their hands. And they, like, rocket through the air at you. The babies. So it's really weird, but, really cool and creepy. And I also have its sequel written by James Dixon, who also played the sheriff in the first two films, and in the third one as a washed-out cop, I think. But it lives again. This is a shorter book, I think. Yeah, no, it's actually longer, 168 pages. This time, there are 3 of them. 3 of the babies, if you couldn't tell. It's a decent sequel. The book is much better than the movie, I thought, even though these are based off of screenplays. So there's not much difference, but there's a difference enough to where I was more engaged in the book than the movie. Now we're getting into the only J I have here. I didn't include Jaws because I have a new edition of that. I have Jaws 2 and Jaws the Revenge, but I think they're too mainstream for this kind of video. But I do have Junkyard by Barry Porter. This is about killer rats, which is always awesome. I love The Rats by James Herbert. Those books are great. This is almost 300 pages, so it's a longer, pulpy horror book. It's in excellent condition. I love the rat on the cover with the person's leg over there. That is really cool. Then I have one by Peter Tonkin, which I've also read. It's called Killer. I've reviewed this book. It's a lot better than Orca. I love the blue on white back cover. It screams 70s to me. I think this was written in 1979, published in 1979 as well. It's really a good book. It's a little boring at times. They're stuck up there. There's only 6 characters on this little patch of Arctic ice or whatever. But there's a cool scene where a polar bear attacks them, then the polar bear goes in the water and it gets eaten by the orca, which is really cool. Then I have Kingdom of the Spiders. This is the only book that I have not read nor have I seen the movie. That's from the time period that's basically was the heyday for paperbacks. I want to read this before I watch the movie. And it stars William Shatner, so hopefully there's not a whole bunch of spaces between it's a bad joke. And last but not least, I have a book I got from Salvation Army that's in really good condition. It's from 1992, which is kind of past the heyday for paperbacks, but I think it's still cool. It's from Joseph Locke, or Locke. It's called Kiss of Death. I was surprised just to find this. I was looking and I'm like, oh, that smile looks kind of cool. I'll pull it out. It was The Kiss of Death. It's about a werewolf, I believe. So, that's always cool. The werewolf kind of looks like the ones from the Howling books, but, yeah. So, those are it. Those are the books I have from letters H to K. Thank you all for watching, and I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below and leave comments and subscribe.